Throw them at me. How y'all doing?
Open up for questions for Kenny.
Kenny, you buy into the notion of trap games or anything like that? How do you, if so, how do you avoid something like that?
I would like to say I do buy into the notion, but not at the University of Kentucky and not under John Calipari. Our players, they don't have the mindset. We don't allow them, Cal doesn't allow them to relax. That's one of the great things about what we do. Once a win is over, once a big win is over, it's over. We on to the next. So with this program, there are no trap games. We're going into a hostile environment where a team is very desperate, that is capable of beating us. Probably should have won that Tennessee game. So we know.
In your hoodie saying on to the next, are you channeling your inner Bill Belichick there?
No,
On to
no.
Vanderbilt?
Well, that's the reality of it. It's on to the next. I guess he's on to something.
How has Vandy improved since the last time you guys saw?
I just think, they've had some unfortunate timing of bad plays that happen. But I think that they are playing faster. Naismith is really playing well for them. The Lee kid is playing well for them. And they're fighting, man. They're not laying down for any team, and they're getting after it. They're capable of beating anybody in this league.
Why haven't outside shots been falling as much as Cal expects in meetings?
I don't know if I would say they hadn't been falling as much as Cal expects. I think the start of the Kansas game, guys were pressing. It's a big game. It's national TV, game day, a lot of hype, a lot of NBA personnel. It's guys that they played against, two historic programs. It's a big game. So Tyler Herro was pressing a little bit. Keldon was pressing a little bit. But as the game wore on, especially in the second half, you could see them come down a little bit, relax a little bit more, which is a good sign. But when you got freshmen and you're playing in marquee games, man, it's the emotions of the game. It's tough. It's tough.
Could you sense the pressing before the game started?
Not really, but you could sense we got to do this. You can sense the fire in their eyes. And that's a delicate balance of figuring out, yeah, we want to win, and yeah, we're going to bring it, but we also got to play at peace.
Will you trade, if you're picking one attitude though, will you trade a team that's that wound up at the start because they want it that bad? Because maybe that at least gives them something on the defensive end?
No question. We won that game based on defense. I like being the fiery team opposed to the cool, calm, collected, because sometimes that can be misconstrued into laziness, lackadaisical. I would want guys to be more amped to play.
Some people look at Tyler's offensive stat line and think maybe he didn't play well, but as you guys look at the other end of the court, do you see it differently?
No question. I think that what is happening for Tyler Herro right in front of our eyes is non-basketball people are looking at him and saying he's missing shots. He's missing shots. Basketball people are looking at Tyler saying, man, his energy, man, he can pass, man, he's defending. He does a little bit of everything. He can drive to the basket. And so there's this people being so concerned with shooting that they're forgetting and not noticing exactly what he's bringing to the table.
Is he your stopper on defense, other than the point guard? Because
he's been really good, really focused. In his words, KP, I'm a dog. And we love that because we need a team full of dogs.
What does dog mean in your
That,
dictionary?
in my dictionary, it means a alpha, that I will fight you for everything you get. I'm not just a white kid that can shoot, I can play.
That's hitting a little close to
Yeah.
home.
I like that.
Does he
Pick
make
up
you,
on that with Tyler during the recruiting process?
No question. That's one of the things that he takes pride in. One of the responsibilities of him walking into this program is, I'm coming here to show people I'm not just a shooter. I'm going after people. I can play. I can put it on the floor. I got wiggles. I got swag. I got, you name it, I got it.
Did you guys see this early on, or was it something that sort of evolved?
That's been who he is from day one, even in high school.
does he make you laugh sometimes with his extreme level of confidence?
There was a play in the Bahamas where he drove to the basket, had the ball in his left hand, didn't touch it with his right hand, laid it off the glass, and winked at me. And I tried to ignore it. And after the game, the referee said, "Kenny Payne, did you see what he did? He winked at you." So he has a confidence, a way about himself that's pretty good.
Earlier on, Cal said he's got that air of confidence. Let's see how he responds once he gets punched in the mouth, which, has that happened?
Of course he has. And one thing about this program, if the game doesn't punch you in the mouth, Coach Cal will punch you in the mouth. So you're not going through this program and just going through the motions, and you're going to have adversity.
Kenny, I saw Cal on the game day broadcast, and I thought he did great. You know him better than anybody else. I mean, why do you think he's still so polarizing to the national media?
I think he brings a fire to it that, is unique. I think kids all over the country should look at, especially basketball, I'm talking really basketball families and players, all over the country should look at what we're doing here and how we're doing it, and we're not sugarcoating it. We're not lying to families. And there's a success that happens here, and especially when things are rocky, people jump on and off the bandwagon. Well, that makes him a little more in tune to what's going on. And he's just a unique coach who, I say this all the time, there's not many coaches that could do what he's doing, if any, in this program.
He talked about showing tape to PJ and Kelvin about how hard they were running. Have they responded to that and picked it up in the last few games?
No question. We do, before practice, we do a warm-up session that goes straight into a 1:30 sprint, inline to inline. And it shows who's who. These guys have embraced it, and there's a fight. PJ has been winning it for the last 3 or 4 days. And so what happens is we watch film, and you see basically 3 sprinters, Olympic-style sprinters, Keldon Johnson, Tyler Herro, PJ Washington. Well, if they could do that 15 to 20 times a game each, whether they get the layup or not, you're making a statement about what we are as a team, because there's nobody that can run like that. They have embraced running the floor and playing with an energy that has lifted up their confidence in the way they approach the game.
How would you describe the kind of defensive intensity that Nick Richards brings in, especially after a game like Saturday?
Again, I think, he played 9 minutes, 8 minutes. He had 5 blocks. Could have blocked 2 more. Got a little tired. Look, Nick Richards is a unique basketball player in a time when there's not many 7-footers that can change shots around the basket. We need that from him. He has a lot more inside, a lot more. We're probably seeing 50% of it. We want 110% of it. So it's a hard deal, but Nick is, what he brings to us, even in those 8 or 9 minutes, think about 5 blocks in 8 minutes. It's ridiculous.
You might not necessarily need offense from him, but how are you kind of developing that now?
Well, with Nick, look, let's say it like this. Nick Richards, we want him to be able to guard 5 positions. We want to be able to switch ball screens. We want him to be able to chase a 2-guard off a screen. We want him to be a great post defender. We're asking a lot from a 7-footer that's a sophomore in college. But with what his tools are athletically, why not? If he could figure it out, every NBA organization will want Nick Richards. He'll be playing this game for a long time. That's the goal. That's why you come here, to be put in situations that are hard. If you're at another program, they stick you under the basket and you never come out. We're trying to say, okay, you can block that shot and guard a point guard out on the perimeter.
Cal took him out of the last game, I believe, because he didn't get a rebound.
No question.
What is that about, do you think, the rebound?
I think Cal wants Nick to have Reid's intensity. So when you look at film and you watch Reid Travis fight for rebounds, fight for offensive rebounds, play with a physicality to the game, and then you watch Nick, who at times does it, but at other times he gets fatigued and he lets go. Well, then you're coming out. And he explains to him why you're coming out.
How much dog does Nick have?
Nick has some dog. We need him to embrace having more dog.
Time for 1 or 2 more, guys.
Kenny, in the Bahamas, you talked about, you were asking Reid to do things he's never done before. Where is he on the process now? Is he?
Man, I wish that we could go back in time and watch some of the stuff in the Bahamas that Reid was doing and come back now and just see exactly the growth, the way he's moving, the way he moves his feet. Again, I talked about before, I think last time I was here, talked about his shot blocking. Reid has made a lot of adjustments, and there are times when he reverts back because, look, he's a 5th-year senior, and he's done it a certain way for so long and been successful at it. We're only adding to what he is, and he's made the adjustment. Now, we need it more consistent. We talk about catching the ball and getting it up to the basket quicker, opposed to being under the basket, taking a dribble, gathering, taking time to go up. He has shown flashes that he can do it.
When he starts a game like Kansas, where he's doing exactly what you're saying, he's reverting back, he's pausing, gathering, pumping, missing. Is there something you do in the first opportunity you get to talk to him? Is it something specific you say to sort of jar him out of that?
With Reid, it's just making him aware. He's in tune. He's very coachable, very intelligent. Reid, you went back and you brought it down. You're right, I got it. It's really that simple.
Finish up with John.
PJ was saying a couple games ago that at the beginning of the season, guys were just guarding their own man. Now they're guarding 2 guys over, they're rotating, they're helping. How much progress have they made doing that, and how much farther do they have to go? How much better can they get playing team defense?
It's funny you say that. We just had this meeting, coaches meeting this morning, and we talked about that. We're not complacent as coaches with where we are defensively, and we made a big jump. Look, guys, we have to be a swarming defensive team, and we're playing really well defensively. But do we have another 30–40% left in us? I think so. I think if we can get Keldon Johnson off the ball to be alert and reacting, if we can get Ashton Hagans off the ball to be better, we get PJ to be a little more consistent. There are lapses there defensively off the ball. If we can get 5 guys all in tune to guarding the ball and helping each other for 40 minutes, we got a chance. We got a real chance.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.